You are probably crazy, is the name of this second episode. Yes, I chose to name it this way because, again, this is something I have heard so many times, especially in my younger years. They told me that I was crazy when I wanted to make music my full occupation, first as a DJ, then as a music producer, of course. Jay, you're crazy, is what they told me when I wanted to go and tour the world around the. I mean, it was called Around the World in 80 Days. I wanted to make a documentary about it and put the focus on the profession of being a DJ. Would go and interview people all around the world. They called me crazy. And it was perfectly fine. They called me crazy. Whenever I would leave the boat, and when I leave the boat as a DJ, it could mean leave a residency, a radio station where I don't feel comfortable with. They would tell me, "This is the beginning of the end. This is the end, man. Watch out! Don't leave the boat like that. You're crazy." But I'm a person that's very in phase with his values. When things just don't feel right, I've got to make a move. I've got to maybe leave, change something, disappear, maybe. Yeah. If people don't understand the craziness that's behind me, then maybe we shouldn't, work or be in touch. You see what I mean? Now, this doesn't mean that I'm always right. I failed. I failed so many times. I think I failed more than I succeeded in life, and this is perfectly fine, of course. But I'm a creative person that likes to take risks. I think, like I said, it's in my DNA, it's in my values. I, if I believe if I believe in something or someone, I will give it my 1000% to make you see what I see. And else, not everybody agrees or is comfortable with this kind of talk or character personalities. It's not up to me to call me crazy or not, but this is who I am. When I see something that has values, no matter how crazy it is, I will go 100%, 1000% into it and try to make you see what I see. Back in 2009, I was working in a radio station called Energy as a DJ. There was this young kid. He was the intern. Turns out he was also a songwriter, beat maker, producer, and singer. I believe you guys know his name. His name is Stromae. Back then, I turned out to be his DJ in his very beginnings, trying to figure out how we could spread the word. Sorry. Share his vision with as many people as possible. Now it's not easy when you're a young artist with almost no experience. You're the intern at the radio stations. How do we get your song on the radio? This crazy man that I am. I mean, if I can call myself this way, describe myself this way. I believed in this so much. There was this song. I'm pretty sure you heard it, called Alors On Danse. Back then, Stromae handed me the demo in this room, actually. It was in this very room. What do you think, Jay? People know me as a rapper. I'm coming up with this beat that sounds like new beat dance from the 90s, 120 BPMs. You have to know that back then the context was very different. Rappers were on one side, the hip hop scene and market were on one side, not necessarily mingling with the electronic scene. And it's very important. I want to put the stress on this context. Back then is we didn't mix those two cultures. So coming up with a record like Alors On Danse in 2009 was crazy. The way I saw people reacting to it at first when I would play it in this. We used to throw this party every Wednesday in Brussels at Urban Cafe. We were, it was just our clique hanging out there every Wednesday night. This would actually be the only place where people could hear Alors On Danse. People called me crazy. Jay, why are you playing techno? It's not even techno, but anyway. People used to, talk shit. Jay Psar, DJ Psar is done. He's playing like weird ass music, blah blah blah. But I believed in it. I never paid attention. Even when I used to call, the radio stations or some influential people, they didn't believe in it. The song is depressive, depressing. The song is too slow. The lyrics are sad. Nobody's gonna want to hear this song. But like I said, I never paid attention. I never paid attention to those people. Every time they would say no to me, I would just trigger and find a new way to keep pushing because I believed in it. Yes, it yeah, you can call me stubborn. I'm fine with that. But this is what brought me to calling my DJ network. So what I did is calling up these guys. I know DJs on the five continents, all around the world. It's my first network of people that I reach out to anytime I have new music. People always talk about influencers. I feel like DJs were the very first music influencers in history. So to me, it was only right to reach out to my guys in the States, in Asia, all around Europe. So what I thought about is I asked Stromae if he was okay, to make custom versions of his song Alors On Danse and include the DJ's name inside the chorus. DJs have this kind of ego. I know that. So I decided to use it to our advantage and do something like parce qu'avec Jay Psar on danse. You see what I mean? We got inspired by the Jamaican culture and the sound clash culture. They call it dub plates over there. We made those custom versions for DJs while no radio stations or TV stations wanted to play the record. My network of DJs were already active in the clubs, and the clubs were showing their approval. This is a crazy record. What is this? What is this song? Like, we don't even understand what the guy says. It's so amazing that how people used to call me crazy at first. Like, Jay, don't waste your time on this guy. Don't waste your time on this song. It's not gonna work. Started slowly taking shape, day by day. Week after week, I started getting more and more videos from DJs playing this song around the world. Anyways, this episode is not about Alors On Danse. It's about the craziness that sometimes you have to to maintain, to nurture, to feed, so that your next move can be sometimes the most unpredictable move. You see what I mean? Knowing that Kanye West later verse on Alors On Danse proves that, even though some people called us crazy for making such moves, other people and their perception would allow us to grow together and make history in this particular case. Months later, Alors On Danse is in the charts of countless countries. People playing it, radio stations, TV stations. He even gets shows abroad. Now, who's crazy now? That being said, in my opinion, and this is the way I'm going to conclude this episode, when people tell you that you're crazy, how should I react to that? With time, with age, I guess, too, I tend to understand that you're crazy is probably coming from a place of compassion. It's a bit like what I was explaining in the first episode. These people probably care about us and our new ideas and where we want to spend our time and develop new ideas. So I'm trying to take it with compassion a lot. And just to say it in other words, I feel like, if you're in a creative field like I am, it's up to us, whether you're a singer, DJ, producer, or a painter, or whatever, dancer. It's up to us to reassure our people. They will not understand our craziness. How did you get this idea in the first place? Well, it's just up to me to reassure you. I had this with my very own parents. Didn't understand how we could make a living being just a DJ and play other people's music in nightclubs around the world. It's a fact now. Not many people will understand your craziness and your audacity. and it's okay. It's our job. It's our responsibility to reassure our people. Yes, we are crazy, and it will all be okay.